Hey, it's Tim here with Expert Power Wash. Behind me, I have Ricky's skid. Let's take a closer look. All right, here it is, Ricky's skid. 8-foot aluminum skid with an 8 GPM pressure washer, full soft wash system. Let's take a quick look around this. And then I'll go over every little individual part and everything that we did to this. If you're interested in ordering one of these, you can call us at 503-730-2389. You can text, you can email us at expertpowerwash@gmail.com. Several different ways you can leave a comment here on the comments down below the video. But let's start over here at the box and then we'll just work our way around. So we have a heavy duty aluminum box. Open this up, I'll show you here. We have the marine grade battery. You can see how all the wiring's routed in here. We got the battery mounts. The battery is grounded. This is a locking box. Seven-gallon soap tank. This is mounted down below with 5/16 stainless steel bolts. We got the mixing system, soft wash mixer. Let's take a closer look at this. So this one here has the 3/4 valves, the 3/4 check valves. So this is all oversized for better flow. We have the 3-way rinse valve. We'll talk about that in just a second. But if you look over here, we have 3/4 coming out of this mixer and then going into the pump. And I'll show you that in just a second. The reason why we want to have some of these oversized pieces of equipment in here, the check valves and hoses and metering valves, is it helps the metering system flow better. So going on over to here. So there's the bleach here. We have a rinse valve so we can keep the whole system rinsed out. Up would obviously be chemical and then over would be water. This is all high quality polypropylene banjo fittings and Curie-Tech poly braid hose. So everything that we try to put on these things is top notch, top of the line. We don't cut any corners. We're not using anything from any local hardware stores if we can absolutely help it. All the hose clamps are stainless steel. These are oversized 1/2-inch ones. So just to make sure that they don't leak. Again, all the hardware, every nut, bolt, washer on this thing is all stainless. I'll show you inside the tank here. We have slotted filters. I'll do this with one hand. Pull this off. So you can see down in there we have a plastic filter with a drop stick and then the plumbing goes straight in. That's to make sure that we don't have any fail points and bulkheads. Got the Pressure Pro, 8 gallon a minute, 3,500 PSI. This is the belt drive. Nice unit with the TSF 2021 pump on here. We put our plate on all of our skids. We have the 1-inch crush proof hose coming into the pump here. And if you look at the way that we have this plumbed, these are heavy duty 1-inch clamps on here, and then we have the T-Jet 1-inch strainer filter, and then that just kind of comes in on the bottom there. I'll take you around and show you a closer look at that. Banjo 1-inch bulkhead, crush proof hose. This is Tiger Flex, really good stuff. One of the things here I didn't talk about on the pressure washer that we do with all of our builds is, if you look in here, we take that junk power wire off and we run our own. By doing that, we're running an oversized, everything is crimped, heat shrunk, USA made wire. I've talked about some of the wire that we used on some of these skids, or all of our skids, and it is top quality, good stuff. We got the water tanks back here. Take you in. Give you a closer look at that. These are the 100-gallon slim tanks, lids on both sides. I'll pull a lid off here and show you how we plumbed this. If you don't get a skid from us, maybe this will help you as far as if this is something that you're going to build yourself. It's not really focusing here, but we use uniseals, 1/2-inch hose all the way down through, and then that's going into a slotted PVC filter there at the bottom with a PVC hose or PVC pipe to hold it down so it doesn't float. And we have that with all of our plumbing up here. Bypass going into the top there, and then of course our garden feed going in over there. I bumped my head coming into the skid here, so I'll be careful backing out. We have our 11-gallon super heavy-duty gas tank here. This isn't like some of the aftermarket ones that I've seen. This thing is pretty stout. That hose there, that's going to be your drain hose. Again, that's Tech 1-inch hose. And then you can see here that we have it custom crimped with a 1-inch ball valve there at the end. While we're over here, this is our surface cleaner rack. So these are designed for the Whisper Wash 19 Classic. They are lockable. Super nice hinges. Everything is all stainless steel. Take you a quick walk around on this. And then on the back of the surface cleaner rack, there is storage here. Approximately, depending if it's an 8-foot skid or a 6.5, there is about 16 inches, give or take, of some storage here. You can pop in some extra hose, secure whatever you want in there, maybe extra pressure washer hose in case you pop a hose. We'll come out here. The first reel here, these are manual reels. We can do electrics as well. But these are 2/18s, and then we have a 12-inch down there. Come in here, this is Tech. Really good, flexible hose. This hose is interesting. It seems like it gets better over time. We had this on a truck and it lasted 6 years. And I believe somebody else has it now that's local to us, and they are still using it. We got crimped fittings. That's the only way we like to do our soft wash hose. And then we have the Suttner 510 gun down to a J-rod. These are all stainless steel, quick connects, nozzles. Going back to these reels real quick, these are full frame aluminum. And then the internals are stainless steel. So these are gonna hold up for spraying chemicals and the everyday wear and tear on there. You can see we don't have our hose hooked up yet, because once this gets delivered, what we do is we prime the system. So once it's in the truck, we'll prime it. It'll all dump out to the ground. This helps your soft wash mixer pull what it needs to pull and prime up properly. So these are laid down here, and then it'll get cut back and then connected into the hose barb down there. So that is what that hose is hanging there. This is a downstream bypass. You can see that we have our custom 3D printed mounts holding that, along with a super sud soaker downstream injector with the DN10 ball valve. So water goes in, you can turn off your downstream on and off just by flipping that ball valve there. It also increases your pressure for when you're running a surface cleaner. You wouldn't want to be on the downstream, even if you're pulling water through that, which I'll show you this little valve here where we can control whether it's soap or water coming in. But with surface cleaning, you'd want to have that closed off so you can get your full flow. Now on the back there, you can see how the pressure washer hose just quick connects into there. If you want to completely bypass your bypass, if that sounds fun, you can connect it up to your hose reel there. So currently the hose reel right now is just used for storage. This little piece here, you can put a cap in it or just leave that down so your hose reel will drain out. But you can run through the hose reel or run through the bypass. Going on over to this hose reel here, you have 200 feet of the hose here. We love this stuff. It's Fierce Jet. It's rated at 311 degrees. The burst rate is 10,875. And the working pressure, let's see if we can see it on here. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. 4350. And again, this is one wire, so it's going to be really light, super high rated. This is what we run on all of our trucks. This is what we run on the skids that we sell. It's just really good stuff. If we sell you guys a skid, we want you to have something that's going to work really well out there, that's been field tested by us for the last 6 years. And the last thing we want to do is have you call us back and you had something break. So we're going to set you up with the best we can possibly set you up with. So you're going to have a super high quality product here. Going on over to this reel here. This is a 12-inch. This is your garden feed. And we like the Flexzilla 3/4. You're going to have better water flow. Comes in through, you hook that up to the house, runs through the reel, and then it comes out here. You can see here we crimped this poly braid hose, so it runs up into the Hudson float valve. So once these tanks fill up, they're going to shut off. And then going over here, I'll show you some of the plumbing that we do. There's our 1-inch drain hose right there. You can fill buckets and do a lot of different things with that. And then here you can see that we have the 2 back tanks, which are water. These are tied in, so as one fills, the other fills. So instead of 100 gallons of water, you get 200. And I just wanted to mention on this footprint, this is an 8-foot truck skid. You have 300 gallons of liquid that you can carry on this thing. Let me show you this. Look at all this bed space you still have. I see a lot of people build skids and they completely fill this up. I want you guys to be able to have space to still use your truck and load stuff if you need to load stuff. That's why we build them like this. If you look at these mounts here on this skid, try to get in a better look, but that's 1/4-inch aluminum. But we didn't stop there. If you get in under here and you look at this, there's 1/4-inch, 2-inch square supports that are mounted up under there, welded up under there. So it's double supported because we know that there's going to be a little bit of extra weight here. And this is done all the way around on this. This thing's like a battleship. See the extra supports down there. We got about 20 of these out locally and in some of the surrounding states, and we have not had one break. I don't anticipate that you're going to have any breaks on this thing. So once again, do a walk around. You got fork pockets on this thing as well. I know this is a longer video, but anybody that is going to possibly get a skid from us, or perhaps you need some direction on how to build a skid, I wanted to make a pretty informative video on what we're building over here and how we're laying them out, how we have everything. Again, if you're interested in something like this, give us a call. I'll have all the information down below. We can finance these as well as sell them outright. I'll make a quick pause here. I did not talk about this, and I said I would. So this is a rinse valve for the downstream injector. So this allows your downstream injector to pull water or chemical. The reason why you want to have a rinse system on here is it keeps your downstream injector functioning as it should. When you're pulling straight bleach into your injector, they do corrode up pretty quick. 2 to 3 months life out of them. If you're religiously pulling water through it, they're probably going to last a lot longer. So that's a nice little touch that we put on our skids. If you want just a surface cleaner rack, get a hold of me. I can make that happen for you. Appreciate you watching the video. Hope you guys all have a great season, and we'll see you in the next video.